Okay, hey there, first and second period. So this is our makeup video from yesterday's little mess up with me having to be gone for that meeting, like almost the entire class periods. Well, at least half of it, it felt like. I'm not sure. Anyways, this is the lesson on vertical and horizontal lines. So Mrs. Schumacher, I made copies of this. I'm not sure. I haven't actually made copies yet, so I'm not sure what color they'll be on. But the notes for the vertical and horizontal lines, they are the only class that has them because they're the ones that got behind this yesterday. So our topic here, if you guys need to pause me while you pass out the notes if you haven't already. If you have, let's keep on a truckin'. Okay, so our topic is vertical and horizontal lines. And y'all, this lesson is so easy, so I feel pretty good about doing the video on it. It's a lot easier than the other ones. So, vertical. We already know quite a bit about its slope. Remember that a vertical line has a denominator of 0. So like whatever number it is over 0. And remember that all fractions are rational except for ones that have a denominator of 0. That makes it undefined, right? Our slope of a horizontal line, here I am going with the arrows again, y'all, sorry. Horizontal line has a numerator of 0 over some number, which is just fine. That's just saying no thank you, I don't want any. And so that one is equal to the actual number 0 because it's flat. It has no steepness to it. The vertical, we also could have said that it has an infinite amount of steepness to it. But we always write, if we are asked for the slope of a vertical line, we put that 0 slash, which is the undefined. Okay, check out these graphs over here. We need to focus on the tables first. We're going to graph those points, but before we even start graphing, I want you to look at them and notice which ones are the same. So over here on this one, the x's are the same. So if the x's are not moving left or right, what kind of line is this going to be? I hope you're thinking vertical because it's not moving left or right. So let's go ahead and graph those. Our first point is going right 1 and then down 5. Next point, right 1, down 2. Right 1, 0. Right 1, up 4. And you can see that those points are all in a straight vertical line. So that's what makes it vertical, that those x's are the same. Look over at the next table. What's the same on this one? The y's are the same. So that means that we're going down to -4 every single time, which means it's not having a change in how much it's moving up or down. So no up or down change means it's going to be horizontal. Yeah, hopefully somebody said that. I bet Nick did. I bet Max did, huh? All right, so our first point, we're going to go left 3, down 4. Okay, then we're going to go right 1, down 4. I'm having a hard time making the points. There we go. Right 2, down 4, and right 5, down 4. And so those lines, or those points, are all in a straight horizontal line. Let's put the slopes. So the slope of this one equals 0. The slope of this one equals undefined. Now, what we're focusing on here is writing the equation. We haven't written the equations for these yet, and that's what we're doing here. So I'm going to erase my drawing. Okay, scroll down. Let's look at the next section of it. I don't really know what to put here. I should have looked. Hang on. The vertical line, let's read it. The vertical line is written in the form x equals a, where a represents the lines x intercept. Okay, so this is pretty important here and not too hard of a concept. So a vertical line only crosses the x-axis. Okay, graphing them is really easy. I don't know what this wants me to write. The equation of the vertical line graphed above is, hang on, I'm going to pause it and look it up. Okay, sorry, I was being silly. I get it now. It's saying the equation for the one that we graphed above there is what? So that's what we need to look at. Our equation above, sorry, I'm going back and forth here. I need to make it where we can see the graph and this area here. So I'm going to use my highlighter to group this up here. So we're writing the equation for each graph that we just did. So your graph's already done. Let me put mine on here again really quick. So over something like that. I don't remember exactly what the points were. Here we go. Just want to get it. So do you see right here is where it crosses the x-axis at. Okay, so the equation is super simple. If it's a vertical line crosses the x-intercept or x-axis to have an x-intercept. So a vertical line is just saying where it crosses x. So x is equal to what? Where does it cross the x-axis at? 1. Now what I want you to look at here is the table. Go back to the table and look at it. If x equals 1, we've already highlighted that, I know. But look at what it is. All the ones are the same, so the equation is x equals 1. Okay, a horizontal line, okay, it has a y-intercept, and I want you to look up at the table again. Okay, all of those y's are the same, so that's going to correspond with what the y-intercept is. Okay, I'm not even going to regraph the points. You guys have them there. You can see it. So if it's a horizontal line, it will always start with y equals. Oh, something just happened. I don't know what it was. I hope I'm back. My timer's still moving. Okay, sorry. So y equals, and then wherever it crosses the y-axis at. So this one was down here at -4. So it's y equals -4, and that is your equation. Okay, and so down here it gives us another little, remember, if the line intersects the x-axis, then it's x equals whatever the number is. If the line intersects the y-axis, then it's y equals whatever the number is. Okay, let's go down and practice writing a few of these equations. It's really, really easy. Okay, so on this one, okay, which axis, on number 1, which axis is it crossing? Okay, it's crossing the x-axis, so then our equation is going to start with x equals. It's a vertical line, so it starts with x. And where does it cross the x-axis at? -4. So boom, that's our equation. Easy, right? Look at number 2. Which axis is it crossing? It's crossing the y-axis. So our equation will start with y equals. Where does it cross at? Count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So our equation is y equals 6. Okay, number 3, which axis is it crossing? X. So x equals, and then where does it cross at? Count it out. A +2. Okay, number 4, which axis is it crossing? Y-axis. So it's y equals, and where does it cross at? -1. Okay, pretty simple, right? Okay, let me remove those. There's a few more. I'm going to skip those. Let's go down to these number 7 and 8. We're just going to do 2 of those. We're going to graph each equation. So this one is a y equals, so that means it's going to cross the y-axis. Where does it cross at? It crosses at a -7. So we're going to go down 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, do I draw a vertical line or a horizontal line? So remember, if it crosses the y-axis, that means it has an x-intercept, so it will be a horizontal line. Okay, number 8. Okay, it starts off with x equals. So which axis does it cross? The x-axis. Where does it cross at? +4. So count over 4, put your point. Okay, so is it going to be a vertical or horizontal? Vertical, I hope you said. Okay, told y'all this was easy, huh? Okay, let's go down and look at the questions here. Number 11, it says, what's the slope of a line y equals 5? So if it's y equals, that means that it crosses the y-axis. Okay, if you need to, draw a quick sketch of it. Let me draw a better sketch. Go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's crossing there, which means it has to be a horizontal line. A horizontal line has no slope or 0. Okay, so y equals any, it doesn't matter what the number is at all. If it's y equals, the slope is 0. So what does that mean if it's x equals? So this one crosses crosses the x-axis. Okay, if you want to do a quick sketch of the graph, it's crossing the x-axis at a -2, so it crosses there, which means that it has to be vertical. Vertical lines have infinite or undefined is what we always put as our answer. Okay, so what's the slope of x equals 0? Again, I don't care where it crosses. If it's x equals, that means that it's a vertical line and it's undefined. Okay, look at number 14. Which axis is y equals -1 parallel to? Okay, so parallel means that they don't cross each other at all. So if it starts off with y equals, what kind of slope does that line have? Okay, it has a 0 slope. So if it's a 0 slope, is it a vertical or horizontal line? Hopefully you said that's horizontal. Okay, and it crosses, or which axis is it parallel? So which axis is horizontal? The x-axis. Okay, you guys okay with that? All right, let's look down at number 15. How does the graph of y equals 3 differ from 3x? Graph both and explain. Okay, so let's graph this one first, y equals 3. So it's crossing the y-axis at a +3. That means that it is horizontal. Okay, so this one it's crossing at y equals 3x. If it has an x, that means it has a slope, right? Because it's y equals mx plus b. So, first off, our y-intercept is at 0. Since it doesn't have a b, it doesn't mean it doesn't have a b. It means that it's a 0 y-intercept crossing at the origin. And then our slope, we need to put it over 1. So it's a positive slope. So 3 over 1 tells us to go up 3, right 1. 1, 2, 3. And then, oh, not a dot there, sorry. Up 3 and then right 1 and then put your point. Okay, now I'll run out of space, so I'm going to reverse it and go the exact opposite, and down 3, left 1, and then we can draw a line through that. So, we've graphed both. Now we can explain. It differs because the first one's horizontal and the next one's not. Pretty simple, right? The first one has a positive slope, or the second one has a positive slope, the first one has no slope. Okay, makes sense? All right, so your homework, I passed it out to you guys yesterday. I had you staple it to the standard form homework. You need to do numbers 13 through 16 on today's 5-8 homework, which means I'm going to have you guys keep that set of homework and you're not going to grade it Thursday. Okay? You're going to keep it. And on Monday, when I get back, we are going to grade it or turn it in or whatever we decide to do. Okay? So, from here, you guys are going to put that up, and you're going to go on to the Wednesday block video 1 grading. And that is in our intro video. Hopefully you guys already saw that. Okay. Good luck. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day.